Assalamu alaikum. The crypto space is wild. If you want to dabble into active crypto investing, it's a good idea to have a strategy, or else your efforts may end up being in vain. Now that people are following my crypto portfolio, I decided to document my investing strategy, and I'd like to share with you an overview of what exactly this strategy is. To explain my strategy, let's start with an anecdote that I think will be useful. January 1st, 2021, Solana was trading for $1.84. By December 31st of 2021, it was trading for $170. This means if you had invested $1 on the 1st of January, it would be worth $92 by the end of 2021. Solana currently has a market cap of over $40 billion and occupies the number 5 spot amongst cryptocurrencies in terms of market cap. That said, whether Solana ends 2022 in the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market cap is anyone's guess. Certainly, history tells us that if you are a cryptocurrency, a spot in the top 10 is anything but guaranteed, unless of course you are Bitcoin. Consider that at the start of 2013, the top 10 coins were Bitcoin, Litecoin, PP Coin, later changed to Peercoin because of all the middle school humor it attracted, Namecoin, Feathercoin, Terracoin, Devcoin, Freycoin, Novacoin, and CHN Coin. I suspect only a couple of these names rings a bell for the average viewer. This is because only one of these top 10 coins still retains its spot today, and that is Bitcoin. So while there has been some remarkable gains in the crypto world, like if you bought Solana at the beginning of 2021 and sold at the end of 2021, there have also been some spectacular losses. In fact, according to one estimate, there are nearly 2,000 cryptocurrencies which have failed. All this to say the crypto landscape remains hyper-dynamic with both opportunity and risks abound. This realization has really informed my crypto investing strategy. Before I go any further, if you're new here, my name is Rakan Kayali, founder of Practical Islamic Finance, where we help people globally build wealth in a halal way. You can follow the crypto and stock portfolios that I manage by becoming a member. Link to do so is in the description of this video. You can also follow us on social media, including joining our Discord group and signing up to our newsletter using the links in the description of this video. The first tenet of my crypto investing strategy for 2022 is the central role of Bitcoin in my portfolio. If you'd like to read more about why we are comfortable investing in Bitcoin from a halal perspective, you can do so by reading the Bitcoin Halal report on practical-islamicfinance.com. Regardless of when you look at my portfolio during the year, Bitcoin should either be in the number 1 spot or very close to it in terms of weight compared to the rest of my holdings. The reason why I have such high confidence in Bitcoin's prospects is because it has a very simple, easy to understand utility and a really straightforward way to judge the quality of job it is doing serving this utility. The real utility of Bitcoin is not as a currency, but as a store of value. The quality of job that Bitcoin is doing as a store of value can be attested to by the growth in the number of different people who decide to use it as a store of value and the growth of purchasing power these people are comfortable storing in Bitcoin. Today, Bitcoin is over 10 years old with an average annual growth rate of 200% during this period and close to 100 million holders who are comfortable storing over $800 billion in it as of the date of making this video. The more dollars that are saved in the Bitcoin network and the more time that passes with Bitcoin's growth far outpacing inflation, the more proof there is that it is in fact a good store of value. So in a sense, perhaps paradoxically, the higher the price of Bitcoin, the less risky it becomes. For Bitcoin to continue to function as a store of value, it doesn't have to have the most cutting-edge technology. It just has to have good enough technology to maintain the trust of the network of people that use it and attract more dollars to its network, which I think it does. So I believe in terms of functioning as a store of value, we can already name a winner in the crypto world, and that winner is Bitcoin. This is why I suspect that Bitcoin will always be a cornerstone in any crypto portfolio that I manage. As it relates to cryptocurrencies that are not called Bitcoin, the truth of the matter is I don't think we have a clear winner with regards to any of the possible utilities. Further, I see the risk of complete failure for the average crypto project to be so high that I think of cryptocurrencies like startups. As a result, my approach to crypto investing is similar to that of a venture capitalist investing in startups with the obvious wrinkle of excluding any projects that are not doing something I am comfortable with and I believe to be halal. Now, there are a few core principles that you should understand with regards to venture investing. The first is that venture capital is about moonshots. It's not about averages. What I mean by moonshots are projects that have a possibility of doing a 10 to 100x return. Now, why am I interested in moonshots? Well, according to one study, what matters in venture investing are the moonshots that actually work out and return 10, 20, 100x the amount invested and pay for all the other investments that didn't quite work out. For the best performing venture capital firms that had more than a 5x return, less than 20% of deals produce roughly 90% of that fund's returns. This is why I will be focusing in the non-Bitcoin part of my portfolio on projects that I think have the potential of doing a 10 to 100x return. Put differently, I'm trying to find the next Solana. Generally, this means that I will be investing in projects that have a small market cap where I'm still early, ideally market caps that are less than $1 billion, and large addressable markets. Also, going back to venture investing, the data shows that generally speaking, the funds that performed the best had a larger number of investments than the mediocre ones. So I will be investing smaller amounts in order to maximize the number of different projects I have exposure to, but not too small an amount to where if I end up investing in the next Solana, it won't matter anyway. Now, I'm not just going to throw a dart against a list of cryptos to pick which ones I take a swing at, as there are simply too many crypto projects for that strategy to work. So how will I go about maximizing the chances of choosing a crypto that is actually going to moon? Well, the most important assets in any project are the founders. So I'm going to be placing a lot of emphasis on the level of competence of the project's founders, even more so than the project idea itself, because ideas are much more malleable than the founders are. Finally, I will be looking to invest in those projects that have actual traction. That is, they are being used currently and are serving a purpose, even if only for a small number of users. So my strategy in a nutshell for crypto investing in 2022 is to, number one, continue to include Bitcoin as a cornerstone to my portfolio. And number two, with few exceptions, focus the rest of my portfolio on projects with Solana-type potential. This means making many investments into smaller cap crypto projects which I'm comfortable with their purpose and believe to be halal, with large addressable markets, a competent founding team, and some traction. If you'd like to follow this portfolio, then you can do so by becoming a member. Link to do so is in the description of this video. You can also follow my portfolio of growth stocks, again, by becoming a member. If you enjoyed this video and you found it useful, do leave a like and subscribe. I should remind you that nothing you heard in this video is meant to be personalized investment advice. It's just the way I'm going to do things. It might not be appropriate for you. So make sure to do your own due diligence before you make any investment decisions. Until next time, make sure to take care of yourself. Assalamu alaikum and peace be upon you all.